There we go. All right. Hi there, is that Grace? Usually that's Grace coming in about now. It is Grace. Oh, can you hear me? Yes, the sound is on. Thank God. How are you doing, Grace? Hi, Erin. How happy to see you too. I'm sorry, what am I trying to say? How did the, oh my gosh, the marker situation turn out, Erin? Were you able to get it off? Michelle filled me in about what happened. What are you guys up to? I'm so happy to see you today. Yay, Michelle. Hi. How's it going? You got your cardigan ready to get finished up, or is it finished already? Hello to whoever the fourth person is, if you've not clocked in yet. Like, if you haven't said hi yet. I'm assuming there's another person out there. So, how are we feeling today? Is everything going well? I'm going to change to the other camera. Just a sec. I gotta move. All right, let's switch. Let's turn that off first. if there was one time, like, could I just get it right one time, it would be lovely. So you should be able to hear me now. No, it's me. I thought I had clicked the button and I did not, so that sucks. Anyway, this is the Chan Inspired hoodie. That's what I was showing you. I was telling you about the zipper, but isn't it pretty? I'm excited. I just need to put the sleeves on and the hood on and hem it, and then it'll be done. So I should be able to finish it today. Can you hear me now? Just to make sure. Does everybody be able to hear? Erin is cleaning her machines. How do you clean your machines? Do you use like air or do you do other things? Good. I think I should just give up on that part. Just expect that I am going to have a problem. One time, at least once, I am going to mess up the sound quality. Do you know where that fabric came from, Grace? It is a Walmart bundle. The sweater knit, it's a Walmart bundle. I got it last winter, I think, maybe in the spring. And it's gorgeous. And Blake likes it. And then Spencer, he's home this weekend. He was telling me that he wanted to, could I make him a sweater out of it? I'm like, I want to make me a sweater out of the rest of it, because I think I could. It was a 4-yard bundle, so I should be able to make a hoodie out of it. I mean, a sweater on top of it, but not maybe for his long arms. So send me some big cotton. Oh, okay. Cool. I don't have good bundles sometimes. So Erin, thanks for telling me. I've never seen big cotton swabs, but I should probably do it in my serger because my serger is getting very fuzzy. I brush it out, but that doesn't always make it last so well. Like, it doesn't necessarily work very well. Yeah. Anyway, some of my bundles, like, they're few and far between, but there was a roll there where they were really nice bundles. I really enjoyed them. And they were cheap. I mean, that was 4 yards of that sweater knit for $8. So, have I been annoying everybody with my Instagram reels and my posts? My Spencer last night was like, you gotta slow down, Mubs. It's just, you're sharing too much. But I've had several people actually take the time to email me and say that they really appreciate both the pictures and the posts, the reels, the stories. So they're speaking to some people. Some people are needing something. Grace says she uses Dollar Tree makeup brushes to clean the lint. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'm going to make a size 36. Erin, what did that say? I hope. Okay, let me know if I need to check it now, okay? Hopefully. Okay, so I'm going to make a size 36 because it is sorry, I have to look. A 34 is a 40-inch chest. Maybe I should make a 34. I think, okay, so for the mock-up, I think I'm going to make a 34 because Blake's chest is 40 and this needs to be pretty tight, and I can always do smaller side seams but I think it would probably be better to get it as close to possible, unless the armholes would be too tight. Decisions, decisions. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I do a 40? I mean like a 40-inch chest? Or should I do a 42-inch chest and then I could just take it in? I hate decisions like this. I guess it's just a mock-up, and it is really tight. Should be really tight. I'm going to go with 34. So fingers crossed. I always want to go higher, and then everything ends up big. So, and then the last one I had to take off like 4 inches off the sides. So I probably should just size down and give it a try. Okay, so here we go, 36. I wonder if I should use pencil. So what have you guys been up to this week? Anything fun and exciting? I have been up to nothing besides sewing and working. Like I said in my Friday Sews video. It was, excuse me for a sec, I need my ruler. I should just get the ruler out before. What am I trying to say? I have been working a lot because I have gotten behind, because last month I was training somebody, and then this month we had a state assessment. The state came in and did our monitoring visit, and so there was that to do with, and I haven't even seen most of my clients, which is bad because there's 3 days next week, and then I think November is pretty much over. So I'm going to have to I'm going to have to, in the next 3 days, see a gazillion people, which is fine. I mean, I can do phone calls, so it's not as bad. I like going and visiting, but yeah, do what you got to do, especially now, because I really need to get caught up. And so I get home, or I start work, like I get home, I get done with work around 5, and so then I'm making dinner, and then I don't have much time to sew. Plus, you know, you need a little downtime. I'm trying to get myself so that I don't feel bad if I'm not 100% going all the time. Let's see. I have been listening to the new Stray Kids album. That's been good. I like it. I have to say I'm kind of happy it's just us today. Last week was good because it helped me confront some of my own inner ageism that I've got going on. But that was kind of stressful. So, however, I feel like I've confronted my inner ageism. I feel like I listen to Pink. Do you guys like Pink? Won't be uploading Friday. Yeah. I'm thinking, Grace, maybe I won't upload either. I'm thinking I'm just going to take a break. I mean, I'll have Thursday and Friday off. And then of course, Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Would you guys want to still have I think I'll still do the live stream just because it keeps me going on this. And Blake is getting, like, I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff. I just want to be done. So, so I'll probably still have live stream. So if it's just me, I guess it'll be just me. But, oh, what was I saying before that? Oh, thank you, Erin. It felt really wild and crazy. I don't, so what I came up with after listening to Pink for a while is that I am a badass woman with a very, very compassionate heart. And I just want this place to be a safe space, like a nice place where people come and talk and enjoy Stray Kids and, you know, create things and just where it's nice. Because even though those particular people probably, I mean, like, I'm sure they had no ill intention towards me or Stray Kids. Some people aren't so nice. And I don't want those people to think that it's okay to be harsh. I don't know. You guys know what I mean? Oh, thanks, Grace. I'll be happy to see you next week. So, I think that, so I was listening to last night, so it's kind of tied in, but last night Spencer was listening to, he refound a group called Battle Tapes, which they're really good. I really like them too. I don't think I followed them on Spotify. I think they're independent, and they're just really good. But there's a song called The Last Resort and Spa, and so he was playing it last night, and then it made me remember Trent Reznor. Do you guys know Trent Reznor? He did a song called Closer. Thank you, Michelle. And so I was like, oh, hey, so I listened to that song, and I was asked, Spencer wanted to hear it. And, you know, I don't know if you know the song, but there's a part that says, I want to F you like an animal. And so, but it's a really cool song. So I asked Rory, my husband, while we were talking about this song, I was like, here, Spencer, let me play it for you, because, you know, he's 18. I mean, like, I got to get out of my head that he's not, I mean, like, well, and he said, I'm an 18-year-old man, Mubs. And I was like, okay, man? Not quite, but, so I played the song, and both of them were not impressed. And I'm like, this is a cool song. So my taste in music has always been very eclectic. And I don't really have, I'm kind of eclectic. And I can be where I want to be. And I just needed to remember that. Because last week it was like, oh, maybe there's something not wrong with me, but like, I don't know. So I just decided, after listening to Pink a little bit and remembering that I have a lot to offer people, and if people just, yes, Michelle, good for you. And I listened to it last night, and I was like, I should have been listening to this song again. I just forgot about it, you know. I heard it on a reel actually earlier, I think this week, and then the song came up. Then I forgot about it. And then Spencer played the Battle Tapes song, which, if you like that song, Michelle, you need to go listen to Battle Tapes, because they're really good. Some of it sounds kind of Duran Duran-y, but other parts of it are like that. I don't even know that. I couldn't even explain last night why the two songs reminded me of each other. But it was good. I mean, like, they're very similar. So I think you'd like Battle Tapes. So, okay. There's another group that, okay, so I took LS Dunes. Okay, so let me see if I can get this right. The guitarist from My Chemical Romance made a group called LS Dunes, and LS Dunes came to Omaha, and I better be focusing while I'm talking. LS Dunes came to Omaha, and Blake wanted to go because he really liked Chemical Romance, or really likes Chemical Romance. Where is 36 here? 34. Is it the bottom one? What is that supposed to be? It's the roll line, but it's marked really weird. I'm assuming that the roll line would, for the smallest size, would be the smallest line. So hopefully. This is not like any pattern I have ever seen before, just so you know. Okay, back to LS Dunes. So I took them and I enjoyed it. I mean, I like the music too. I enjoy lots of guitar, and but there was a group. The group that opened up for them is called Pink Shift, and it's fronted by a woman. I don't know what her pronouns are. I'm assuming they're he, she, her, but I could be assuming wrong, and I don't like assuming things. I don't like to be, Anyway, my whole point is I was one of the older people there as well, and I don't know why people consider that odd. Like, I can like what I like. And we've had this talk before. So anyway, thank you, Grace. You guys are awesome. You're making me feel good. So, okay. And so I'm going to say one more thing, and then I'm going to stop talking about this particular issue. A lot of the older Stray Kids fans that are like 30 or 40, usually 40 and above, they try to take this role, or I hear them take this role on social media of being like, let me be your grandma, let me be your auntie, let me be your... I'm like, no, I am 100% an equal. I treat you as an equal. I view you as an equal. I don't care if you're 14 or if you're 39 or if you're 72. You are a person who likes Stray Kids, and I don't have to have this role, and you don't have to have a role within the community. Just enjoy the music. Just enjoy the performances. I mean, good God. People are so wrapped up in age. It's just nuts. Society is, but let's not talk about that anymore. What shall we talk about? I did not get tickets, and I did not... Oh, Angry Birds. No, let me show you. It's a Nerds. Can you see? It says nerd. That's something. I hate labels too. So it's a little owl. Can you see that owl? And it says nerd. So that's some good news on my own personal information. Oh my gosh, I can't get my jacket on. I cleaned out my closets last week, and I got rid of a lot of stuff because it doesn't fit anymore. It's too big. And I refound some of my clothes that I wore like back when I was in Wyoming. So that was like forever ago. Well, 10 years ago. 10 years this summer. Anyway. So yeah, I found this and I was like, you know what? Because I am trying to be more fearless. I'm trying to be badass and not worry so much about what everybody thinks. I decided to wear it today. Plus, I'm telling you, I'm really, it's crazy. Crazy. Under color. I will try to slow down on the reels and the stories though. There's so much right now and outside going on, like it's so pretty, sunsets and stuff like that. it speaks to me. It gives me life. So I want to share it with people. Center, back. Especially people I like you guys. Roll, line. Okay. Oh, that'll be cute. Yes, cleaning out the closets, it was like cutting my hair, but with a good haircut. It was nice. I like owls too. I heard an owl the other day. It was, where was it? Just out in the front yard. I got home maybe from working out, and it just was hooting. It was hooting over there. Okay. Let's see here. What else? I've been thinking a lot about, well, because of the conversation last week, I was thinking about when I was at the state hospital, my first job, my first intern, well, my master's internship was at the state hospital in Wyoming. And yeah, it was good. Do you guys want to hear about my experience at the state hospital in Wyoming? It's a doozy. It really is. I was on the criminal justice unit, and the reason whoops, well, it'll be fine. It's an interesting story. I thought maybe we could talk about it if you wanted to hear about it. So, have you guys had any wins? Tell me about your wins this week. This is so, like, soothing. Vogue, 1946. 5. It's amazing how much of sewing is pre-work. Don't you think? It's always doing something to put it together. Center, fold. And then when you actually put it together, it goes so fast. Okay, I think I got everything. No, I didn't. Oh, cut one, unfold. Interfacing. If I don't get the interfacing, I was so sad. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, this is a good one. You're gonna like this story. Okay, so there were seriously, persistently, mentally ill unit. Then there was the people that were there for evaluation unit. And then there were the female unit, because it was like male, mixed, and then female unit. And so there was a psychopath, like literally a psychopath. Like he scored psychopath on the, sorry, there was a thing, on the hair psychopathy test. But you didn't need to test him in order to know that he was a psychopath, because he had psychopathic behaviors. So I was new, and I mean like young, new to social work. I mean, like that was my first job really after getting my degree. So in Masters of Social Work. And so I'm like feeling all anxious now. So he was a psychopath, and my boss, because I work well with difficult people, he put that on my recommendations, that I work well with difficult people. And so because I hadn't had any experience with him before, because what he would do was he would get bored, because that's something that happens to psychopaths. Also to people with neurodivergence. So like if you have neurodivergence, don't worry about that. But anyway, he would get bored and then he would cause grief at the penitentiary. And so then he would act out and they would send him to the state hospital to just get a break for a while from him. And then he would stay there until he decided to cause a ruckus. And then they would send him back to the penitentiary. And so it was like a little vacation for him to come to the state hospital. And because I hadn't worked with him before, and I worked well with difficult people, I was assigned to be his social worker / therapist, but you can't therapize psychopaths. They don't therapize. So they don't get better. You can dampen it, like you can make it so that they don't hurt people. You can, like, change it so that it's not as intense, but you can't fix them. Psychopaths are not fixable. But anyway, so he was my client, and so I knew that my goal was to keep him in good behavior until he got sent back. And so it was very much a like Silence of the Lambs kind of thing. It felt very Silence of the Lambsy, except I didn't have to try to find out who was killing these women. And so psychopaths are really good at what they do. They manipulate people really well. And I kind of think I'm good at what I do. Lots of people think I'm good at what I do. So, and a lot of mental health is just manipulating people into better behavior or manipulating people to see their own worth. I mean, like, it's helping them to see what they're doing. But so so I entered a pact with the devil, and sad to say, he did get to me in the end. Like, I was starting to like kind of get a little bit lost because I don't know, it was weird. He got in my head. But anyway, so he drew me. He was an artist, and he took it upon himself to draw me. I know of 3 pictures that he drew of me. And the first one that I learned about was he drew me as a superhero, but it was like an over-sexualized body, like super endowed, and like with not the way my hair was. It was very, I don't know, it wasn't, he tried to, well, and the way I heard about this was that he drew it and then he gave it to another person that he had group with. So he gave it to another client of mine who was a pedophile, and he told me about it. And I don't even know why he told me about it other than power and control, because that's what it was. It was all about power and control. And so I asked the guy to give me, my client that had the picture, to give me the picture. He's like, do you want it? And I'm like, well, of course I want it. I don't want it hanging on the unit. I mean, like, it was awkward. And so I think that's part of why I'm so sensitive to sexualization, because I know how awkward it felt. Like, I didn't want to go back on the unit. I didn't want to, I felt like I couldn't look people in the eye. But that was minor compared to, well, the next, when he'd gotten to me, I kind of was curious. So when he'd finally kind of gotten into my head, And I was starting, excuse me, I was starting not to know which, like, was he really just a victim, or is he like the predator? And he's the predator. I mean, like, he was always the predator, but that's how good he was. And he was really good. And he's actually out of jail now, so I hope he never sees this. But so he asked me, or I asked him, I was like, okay, draw me, because I was curious about what he was seeing in this, I don't know, very weird relationship that we had going on. And I mean, he even had guards from the penitentiary sending him letters. I mean, like, he was just good. So anyway, he drew me very Silence of the Lambsy. So I totally know that I did what I set out to do. And the way I know I did what I set out to do was that he drew me, but he drew me naked. And he drew me naked on a cross. And I did not ask for that one. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to know about it, quite honestly. But the same person that he had given the superhero picture to, he had shown him this picture of me on the cross. And apparently, yeah, it was wild. It was very wild. Apparently, he, after, like, when it was getting to the end and where he was starting to get in my head, he, you know, it was like, I just kind of ignored it. That's the way you deal with a lot of stuff that happens when you're a social worker. You just ignore it. But I wasn't worried about it until he started covering me up. And that was with leaves and things. And that's when I knew I was no longer an object, but I had become like something, like a person to him. And that's when it got scary, because you don't want that to happen with a psychopath. So yeah. Or maybe he was just manipulating so that I would feel better, so that I wouldn't be, you know, I'd still be malleable and manipulated, able to be manipulated. So one time I was in the, where was I in? I was in the courtyard meeting with him, because you have to meet with them. I mean, obviously, if you're going to be a social worker, you need to know what they need. So, and psychopath or not, he still had needs. So, I was in there, and I don't know if I just wasn't thinking, or I probably just wasn't, well, I thought it would be okay, because he was on the end of the courtyard. So you go into the courtyard, there's a door here, then there was like a ledge that you can, I sat on, and then the end of the courtyard was over here, and he was at the end of the courtyard, and so I had sat on the ledge, but I should have stayed closer to the door, and I think he was just doing it to have fun. I mean, well, I know he was just doing it to have fun. I wasn't in any danger, I don't think, but, or I was too naive to recognize it, I don't know which, but he started talking about, well, I could, what did he say? I could take you hostage right now. Like, I could just basically, you know, like, here you are, here I am, you know, I could do anything I wanted to right now. And, which was somewhat true, but not really true, because there were security, of course. And, the security guard, his name was Suli, And he was good at what he did too. And he knew, and he just stepped around the corner and he walked into the little courtyard, and I was like, time to go. And I stood up and we just walked out. And it was perfect. And I wonder to this day, Sully was really good, and he wanted to become an FBI agent. And I hope he did, because he was really good at what he did. There was a woman there that she didn't want to go into the courtyard. Again, one of my clients. She had some pretty serious issues, and it was not just mental health. She had some personality disorders, and what she did I won't talk about, because it was bad what she did. So anyway, Sully. So she wouldn't go in, and she was like, other people might have been like forcing her, or, you know, being harsh with her. I guess I'm gonna have to cut this in half. And he just walked over to her, and he just like put his hand out like, let me escort you to your room. And she just got like Twitter-pated. She just Twitter-pated. And she just was like, oh. And I mean, like, she was not an older lady. I mean, like, she was in her 30s, and it just charmed her. And she just got up and went with him. And I was like, you can't teach that. That's just such I guess it's empathic, but Sully was great. He was great. I hope he had a good life, because it's been a long time since I thought of Sully. So the psychopath eventually did go back to jail, because I think he was starting to get in my head, and my supervisor, who was also very good at his job, totally knew that I was starting to get messed up, and so he just sent him back. And I had the last laugh, though, because he had no idea. He knew he was going to be going, but because he was like, I think he knew he was, well, he just knew. He just knows. I mean, like, he's a manipulator, so, but he can read the signs. But I didn't tell him. I mean, like, I didn't let him know. I didn't let on at all. And so it was just a huge surprise. And in my way, I feel like I kind of got justice that way, because he thought he had me. He thought that I was like, I don't know, that I was, he thought that he thought that he had me, and he didn't. I knew that I was getting messed up, and apparently so did my supervisor, and that was okay, because all I needed to do was just distance myself, and everything was fine. So that is the psychopath and Sully. And there's some other things that happened, but yeah, can be crazy. Some of the things I see now, though, are just as weird. It's just not as dangerous. Well, it could be dangerous. Some of the families, man, that's scary. Oh, one of the guys that were there for an evaluation, they let him go home to his parents because his parents lived in the same town. And I'm kind of wondering about that now. Like, I don't know why at the time I was like, oh yeah, that's totally normal. And I really don't think that is. Shouldn't be. But he was found to be riding a bike. His parents left him home alone. They were supposed to be supervising him. He was like 19, 20 years old, and he had a traumatic brain injury. So I think that's why people were trying to be lenient and give him the benefit of the doubt. But they found him riding a bicycle over by my apartment, and then they found, when they found him basically AWOL, they went through his room, and because security is good, they found basically what amounted to a rape kit. I was like, well, okay. So, yeah. Not saying that he was going to target me, but the coincidences are kind of scary. He did not have it on him, so maybe he was just doing reconnaissance that day. I don't know. So, the saddest client I've ever had was a guy that grew up in that system, mental health and treatment centers and things like that, and he still breaks my heart. I made the mistake of looking up to see if he, well, first of all, was still alive, but also to just kind of look. I don't know, I just was wondering, and that was a mistake because he's pretty much been in jails all his life, so that's sad. He broke plexiglass. He broke the bulletproof glass. He found the weak spot in the glass, and he just kept ramming it until it actually shattered. Nobody knew, I mean, like, who would have thought? But it did, and they, like, security just, I mean, like, whew, onto him. Well, let's see. Yeah, no, the rape kit was at the penitentiary. I mean, at the criminal justice unit. He, they get all kinds of stuff. It's crazy what they share and what they find and what they make. I mean, you have to be on top of it. That's why I was kicking myself when I was in the courtyard with my one guy, because I knew better. I just didn't, I guess I let my guard down. So, or I just wasn't thinking. And that happens too. I mean, you can't be on all the time, right? However, some situations it definitely ends up being bad that you didn't let your guard down, or that you did let your guard down. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Let's see. I was thinking of something. Criminal Justice Unit was definitely a good learning opportunity. I went from there to a residential children's unit. That was heartbreaking. So, you know, though, kids are super resilient. If you can just get in there, you know? Well, I was strong or stupid. I don't know which. I think it takes a certain person. You know, people, society, I mean, social workers, there's a lot of bad social workers. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are tons of bad social workers. But there's a lot of people that just really care and really do just want to help people, you know? Now, I don't know what of all of these markings I need to do, because there are markings all over this stuff. Let's see. Let's talk about a happy story, right? Maybe something that helped somebody. But then I will feel like I am, or maybe just happy things. What's some happy things? Well, lots of happy things. Just can't think of them right now. No, I'm joking. No, I'm not joking, actually. I just can't think of them right now. I am... So I did not give my manifestation shirt the chance to manifest because it would have just been too expensive to go to Chicago and, you know, pay for places to stay and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping maybe somewhere in the future there will be the opportunity, a different opportunity will present itself so that Blake and I can go. And if we don't, it's fine, because that's just the way it is. that's life. So, sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth. I think you guys understand though what I was talking about. I have darts that I need to draw in, and I cannot see through 2 sheets of paper. So I'm thinking I will draw them into 1 sheet of paper and then draw it into the top sheet of paper. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's almost time to go. So, yeah. I can't think of anything to talk about. There's going to be, all the planets are going to align in January. So that'll be interesting to see if we can. I'm excited about that. That should be really amazing to see. There's a new moon, I think next week, which always makes me think of New Moon on Monday by Duran Duran. I love the new Stray Kids songs. I've been singing all morning. I've been singing, it's a ballad, and I cannot pronounce it. It's in Japanese, but it's peak Stray Kids, just all of the feels. So there was my Thanksgiving plans, I don't know. Oh, that's something fun and happy I can tell you about. So I don't have any plans right now. My nephew's birthday was Thursday and my mom's birthday was yesterday. And so we got together yesterday to have dinner and then cake for them. And we were supposed to talk about what we're doing for Thanksgiving, and we forgot to talk about it because it was so nuts. I haven't laughed so hard. I mean, like, it was like one thing after another, and I was like, the energy here is, what is with the energy? And my nephew's boyfriend goes, it's chaotic calm. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the perfect example. It is totally chaotic calm, because we're all like, just sitting around the table and everything, but it was like, I don't know, it was just happy, light-hearted. It was just so much fun. And my parents were on a roll. Oh my gosh, my dad was crazy. And it was just so fun. So we forgot to talk, though, about Thanksgiving. So we will probably do something over there and then maybe have a dinner here at our house, like just for my family. Because my mom is like, I don't know that I want to have a huge dinner. And what we've been doing is we just go over and we bring food, and then she has some food. But yesterday I just pooped her out, so we will probably not be doing that. We will probably maybe go have desserts, maybe. That would be good. She was like, we could go out to eat. And I'm like, I don't want to even see people. Once Thursday hits, I want to be in my house or at your house. I do not want to go anywhere. What are you guys' plans? Do you have any plans? Anything that you want to do specifically? All right, let's see. Now I can just, I cannot believe all of the, I'm thinking I'll wear my manifestation shirt to the symphony. Maybe if I get it around some music, it'll like get inspired. What kind of interesting sides? Like, what do you make usually, Grace? Oops. Okay. But back to Stray Kids. I think my favorite song is Cyan. I like that a lot. There was a cartoon, a comic book character named Dazzler. Do you guys remember this at all? Like, this was when I was really young, so in the 80s. I think she became a part of the X-Men eventually. But she could take energy and turn it into light. And so a song, she could take energy, music, sonic, anything, and turn it into light. I mean, and so her superpower was that she could use like, I don't know. Oh, so she had sonic superpowers. Shoot, it's been so long. I can't remember exactly. But she roller skated and she was a singer and she'd do her own light show. So I love Dazzler. And so that's what Stray Kids reminds me of, because they take like all this emotion and stuff and they turn it into music, and it's like I can feel it. I don't know. I might be crazy, but I don't think I am, because they wouldn't be so popular if other people couldn't. Okay, wait. You need suggestions? I usually do like green beans. I'm so old school. Green beans, mashed potatoes, like the green bean casserole. I'm very Midwest. Green beans casserole, mashed potatoes, the pistachio salad, Watergate salad. I'm just so like, yeah, I don't have anything fun. Somebody was talking about a Snickers pie at work. So I don't know, that might be something. And let's see. Sorry, I'm coming. Let's see, what else? I am going to post next week. It doesn't matter, because like if they're going to watch, they're going to watch. And if they aren't, I mean, it's not like, yeah, totally. So I am going to post, because I want, those hoodies are going to be done. I am so looking forward to having my hoodie. Okay, Erin says, family started making blanched green beans with quick pickled red onions. Oh, that sounds awesome. It's a Betty Crocker recipe. I did candied yams. Oh, we always do candied yams, yeah. But we use, oh my God, what am I trying to say? We do candied yams, but brown sugar and marshmallows. Oh, I love I still love Pillsbury crescent rolls. I'm trying not to eat wheat because it makes me ill, but those crescent rolls are so good. Oh, well, now does Tom like the ones with the butter flavored? I like those butter flavored ones. I like butter. I just like butter. Revan likes butter. He the first week he was here, he ate an entire tub of butter off the counter. That's the only time he counter surfed, but yeah, entire tub and then was sick. Sliced honey carrots. Oh, those sound good. We need to do like a recipe swap. All right, well, it's 12 o'clock. Do we want to talk any more about food? Food's always good. I'll leave it open so we can chat some more about food. Are you guys ready to go, or do you want to talk a little more? Because I'm good either way. I want to finish this, but I don't have to do that right now. Okay, how are we going to share recipes? Because, like, I want to do the carrots too. So, how should we do that? How can we do that? Grace isn't on Instagram. Erin, are you on Instagram? Because I don't follow you if you are. Darn fly. Have you guys heard the trains? I've heard like multiple trains out there. A Google Drive? Yeah? Erin, you have everybody's email, I think. Would you like to make a Google Drive and then we can just put all of the recipes in there? Maple syrup would be good. Okay. Copper's on Instagram? Well, I need to follow Copper then. Does he get endorsements? Every time I post a picture of the dogs, somebody's like, hey. I'm like, no, it's okay, really. Okay, that sounds good. All right, well, are you guys ready? Oh, I'll do carrots and yams. I love yams. But everybody's getting tired of the green beans, so the carrots would be a good replacement for the green beans for my house. Well, I'm gonna have to find him. Is it just Copper? Like, how would it, what's his handle so I can go find him? Okay. Well, I don't want to end it until we're done with our conversation. So, I know. Sleepy Copper. Now I can use, look what I'm doing. Ta-da. Michelle, I told you. At Sleepy Copper. All right. So I guess Erin is going to send out a drive so that we can share recipes and try these wonderful honey. Oh, really? These fun recipes. Are you guys, Erin, are you going to do a post this weekend? I'm watching videos today, by the way. I'm just going to put videos on all day. Well, I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to finish my hoodie, and I'm going to cut out Blake's hoodie, and then, oh, would you mind emailing it to me? Just because I don't know how to get it off the link. Here, let me do this. Okay, twice in one live stream. I swear, I give up. What I was saying is, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being nice to me. When you guys are so kind, it makes me feel all like, that's why I partially get emotional, because I just like, you see me and I appreciate that. And then I was saying, have a happy Thanksgiving and have a good week. And I hope everything goes well for you guys. And we will, can you hear me now? Like the little audio mixer says you can hear me. So I better get off before it's like worse. So you guys have a